So let us use board mass. And then first tuko na numerator na denominator, so tunaandika num. In the num tunaanza na off, so the off is 2 over 3 times this is 8 plus 1, that is 9 over 4. So this 1, this here 1, here 1, here 3, so we have 3 over 2. So now we have this times this is 5, 9. So we have 9 over 5 divided by the answer we have gotten here, 3 over 2 minus 3 over 10. The next is division, because after bracket, after off, it is division. Division tunafanya nini? The 9 over 5, we change this sign times and then the reciprocal 2 over 3. Tukichange hii sign tunaweka multiplication hii reciprocal, yani tunaweka 3 over 2 inakuwa 2 over 3. Hii inaenda mara moja, mara napo 3. So we will have 6 this times this, 6 over 5. Now we have the last part, that is the answer 6 over 5 minus 3 over 10. So find the LCM. 10 here is 12 minus 3. And the answer is 9 over 10. So tumemaliza na numerator. Mpaka hapo umepata max yako. Unaandika denominator. Kwa denominator tuko na 5, so tunaanza na multiplication, that is 22 over 39 times this is 11, 13 over 11. So 11 once, 11 here twice, 13 once, here thrice. So we have 2 over 3. And then finally, now we have 5 over 6, this one, plus the answer that we obtain here, which is 2 over 5. 2 over 5. 2 over 3. Here the mistake as more avoid 2 over 3. And this one will repeat. Find the LCM. 6, 5. Inaenda pa mara ngapi? Mara mbili, that is 4. So we will have 9 over 6. 3, 2, 3, 3. So we will have 3 over 2. Now finally, in the denominator, now we have the numerator divided by the denominator. Our numerator is 9 over 10 divided by our denominator, which is 3 over 2, which is the same as 9 over 10 times the reciprocal, which is 2 over 3. This once, here 3's. This once, here 5. And the final answer is 3 over 5. You get your 4 marks like that. Two bells ring at intervals of 35 and 42 minutes respectively. The bells ring together at 8:48 a.m. Determine the time when the bells will ring together. Ukisikia hivyo bells are ringing, the first thing which will come into your mind is the LCM. You find the LCM of the two bells. So we start with the least multiple number, which is 2. Yeah, iende hapa, tunaenda 21. Sasa 2 tena iende hapa, so tumemaliza hii, tunakuja 3. 3 iende hapa, tapaki 35, lakini inaenda hapa 7 times. The next number is 5. 5 inaenda hapa, iende huku, so 5. Hapa ni 7, 7. And then 7, 1, 1. Now we have 7. We have 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. This one gives us 210 minutes. But 210 minutes is the same as 3 hours, 30 minutes. Yes. So if the bear rang together at this, what will be the time they will ring again? So if they ring together at 8:48, they will ring together after 3 hours and 30 minutes. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus this is 70. So we will have 78. 78 is 1 hour, 18 minutes. So we carry 1 hour. So we write 1 and carry a whole hour. 8 plus this is 11. 11 plus 1 hour we carried, it is 12. So they will ring together 12 p.m. Complete the figure below to show a rotational symmetry of order 3 about origin or about O. So first, kitu lazima utafute ni angle of rotation of the rotation symmetry. An angle of a rotation symmetry is equal to 360 divided by the order. So divided by the order. So our order is order 3. So that one is 360 divided by 3. And our angle of rotation is going to be 120. So we are rotating this object at an angle of 120. Kwa hivyo from there, unaweka your protractor like this. So 120 from there. 120 from there. 120 here. There you draw so you measure the distance of the object from here up to here, because that distance must be the same here. This distance up to here must be the same distance here. And then you draw this. So you draw that. Again, you draw another one because there are 3 of them, 3. So 1, 2, the other one also from here. You measure 120 from here. 120 is here. 120 is there. You draw a dotted line. Then you repeat the same. You measure the distance. And there you are. You have drawn, you have completed what you are expected to do. Solve 5 over this, hence raise to the integral values as satisfy the inequality. Kwa hivyo hapa tuko na hii section from hapa mpaka mahali tunafikia less than. Kwa hivyo tunachukua the first section from here up to here na kuanzia hapa mpaka hapa. Mahali tuko na hii sign nyingine less or equal. So tunaenda ku solve the first part, that is 5 over 3 minus 2x is less 1 minus 2 over 5 over 3x. That is the first part we do. Kwanza naweza taka tutoa hii fraction. Unatoa fraction aje? LCM ni 3. So you multiply 3 by every term. This is the first term, another term, this is another term, and this is another term. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. So multiply by the LCM is 3 by every term. So if you multiply here, times 3, we will have 5. Times 3 here, 5. Times 3 here, times 3 here, times 3 here. So we will have 5 minus 6x is less 3 minus 2x. Now hatuna fraction tena. Umeona? The next thing is that like terms together. Hii ikuje hapa, hii iende hapa. So negative 6x plus 2x is less or equal to, hii ikuje pande hii 3 minus 5. Kwa sababu hii kifuka hapa inakuwa negative. So hapa tutakuwa na negative 4x is less 3 minus this itakuwa minus 2. Our value yenye ina contain x is negative. So we are going to divide by negative 4. Siku zote ambazo ukidivide by a negative value na una deal with inequalities, the sign of this inequality will change. Immediately we divide with a negative number here. So divide by negative 4. So our x is going to be, this one will change kwa sababu divide by a negative. So ilikuwa less, sasa itakuwa greater. Hii itakuwa positive, itakuwa a half. Msikia venye nimesema kweli? Siku zote ambao ukidivide by a negative na coefficient of x na una deal with inequalities, the sign inabadilika. Hii ilikuwa less, sasa itakuwa greater kwa sababu umedivide by na negative number. Sasa tunachukua the second part. The second part ni kuanzia hapa mpaka hapa na hapa mpaka hapa. So that is now 2x. Sorry, not 2x. 1 minus 2 over 3x is less or equal to 2 minus x. So again, let us remove this fraction here. We multiply, LCM hapa ni 3. Hapa ni over 1 over 1 over 1, LCM 3. So times 3, this term times 3 times 3 times 3. Hiyo tatupea hapa itakuwa 3 minus 2x is less or equal, hapa itakuwa 6, hapa itakuwa 3x. Sawa? So like terms together, tulete hii hapa, itakuwa negative 2x, hii kikuja hii itakuwa plus 3x is less or equal to, hii kikuja pande itakuwa 6 minus 3. So tutakuwa na x, because negative 2 plus 3 itakuwa 1 positive x is less or equal to 3. So now we have our two values of x. Sasa let us combine this value of x and this one. So tuko na hii nasema x is less than or equal to 3 na tuko na hii x is greater than. Now I want you to know that x is greater than a half. Hii ndio ndogo, so tunaanza na hii. Is greater is the same as, tukianza na a half, hii sign inabadilika, so itakuwa a half is less than x. X is greater than a half is the same as a half is less than x. Unaelewana na wewe kweli? Kwamba x ndio tuko nayo hapa. X is greater than a half. Ndio, si ni ukweli? What does that mean? It means that a half is less than x. So it means a half is less than x. So tunaenda kuicombine hivi. A half is less than x and this x is less or equal to 3. Sasa tumeifanya moja. Sawa? So sasa tunaangalia the integral values that are here. The integral values that is inside here, this one I have is not included kwa sababu ni less than. So we are going to have from a number that is here is 1, 2, and 3, because 3 is included, is less or equal to. So these are the integral values. So you write the integral values are 1, 2, and 3. Those are the integral values. The size of two interior angles of an irregular polygon, each measuring 90 degrees, or the other remaining interior angles each measure 150. Determine the number of sides of the polygon. Very good. Tunajua the sum of interior angles of a polygon is given by, there is two formulas, n minus 2 times 180, or there is this one that we use 2n minus 4 times 90. You use either, you get the correct answer. This is the formula for getting the sum. Sum ni ukiongeza interior angles zote za a polygon, hizi ndio interior angles. These angles, when you add, the formula is this one. So hapa tumeambiwa this irregular polygon, two of them is going to be 90, and the rest is going to be 150. So now the sum, which is 2n minus 2 times 180, is going to be, number 1 tuko na mbili ambazo ni 90, so itakuwa 90 hiyo ni moja times 2. We add, sawa. Hii nini iko na n sides. Hii regular polygon iko na n sides. Already tuko na sides mbili. Tunajua 90. So hizo ni sides mbili. So what will be the remaining sides? The remaining sides ni n minus 2, because already mbili ziko na ngapi? Ziko na 90. So n minus 2 ndio zile zimebaki. Na each of them iko na 150. So now we multiply. That this one is 180 plus 150 minus 300 is equal to 180 minus 300. 180n, like terms together. This is 150n. So tutapata 180n minus 150n will be equal to 180 plus 360 minus 300. 30n is equal to 240 divided by 30 divided by 30. So n is going to be 8. So the number of sides is 8. In a race, Kipsang maintained an average speed of 5 meters per second. When he was 300 meters to the finishing line, Mutunga was 50 meters behind him. However, Mutunga finished the race 10 minutes ahead of Kipsang. Determine the Mutunga's average speed. So let us get their distance they were running. This is the starting point, and this is the finish. Start. So after running for some time, Kipsang was here. So up to somewhere here, amepakisha 10 meters amalize. So alikuwa 300 meters from here up to here. 300 meters akipakisha 10 meters amalize. Akiwa hii distance 300 meters apakishe 10 meters, huyu anaitwa Mutunga alikuwa 50 meters behind. So huyu ni Mutunga. Mutunga alikuwa 50, akiwa hapa alikuwa 50 meters behind, na huyu Kipsang alikuwa 300 meters mbele yake, na alikuwa amepakisha 10 meters yafike mwisho, finishing point. Very good. Now, so kama Mutunga ako hapa, Mutunga hili amalize atakuwa amekava 50, amekava 300 na amekava 10. So atakuwa amekava distance of 360 meters. Umeona hivyo? Very good. So distance covered by Mutunga tumepata ni 360 meters. Lakini huyu alikava 300. So na tuko na speed yake, so we can get the time he took. So time for Kipsang is simply 300 meters from here up to here divided by 5, which gives us 60 seconds. But it is the same time Mutunga atachukua amalize. Sawa? So time, so speed for Mutunga is equal distance over speed for Mutunga is equal time over what? Over speed, distance over speed. No, time. Time for Mutunga equal distance over speed, which is x. So, but at the time they are taking the same time, 60. So 60 seconds is equal to the distance, which is 360 for Mutunga, divided by the speed, which we are looking for, the value of x. So times x times x. So 60x is going to be 360 divided by 60 divided by 60. So x equal to 6 meters per second. So Mutunga's speed is 6 meters per second. 60 meters per second. Simplify. This one you simply need to expand. So I want to show how to expand this this is square. So 4, it will be 16 plus upper need 2y times 4, 8y times 2 is 16y, and then plus 4y square minus into bracket 4y square, hapa katikati itakuwa 2y times 4, 8 times 2, 16, itakuwa minus 16y, and then plus 16, you cross. So this 16 plus 16y plus 4y square minus, open now the bracket, 4y square, this one will be plus 16y minus 16. So you realize that this one and this one will die, will finish because it is 0. Another that will finish is this and this will be 0. So we have 16y plus 16y, which is equal to 32y. A table is sold for Kenya shilling this, a chair this. A sales earns a commission of 8 on every table, a chair. On a certain week, he sold 3 more chairs than tables, and his total earnings were this. Determine the number of chairs he sold. The number, so you let the number of tables be x. So chairs itakuwa x plus 3 because chairs there were 3 more. Very good. So we know how to calculate the commission. So we start the commission for sold at a table. So we start the commission for a chair. Commission for a table is 8. And 8 on every table. So 8 over 100, that is the commission, times 45. So that is the commission, times the number of tables, which were x. So then we add the commission for the chairs. The commission was 5 over 100 times each was 2,000 times the number of chairs, which were x plus 3. This one will give us a total of 38, 39, 80. So you solve this one like that. You will find that it is 360 x plus this and this, 100x plus 300. The answer is 39. The answer is 3980. Like times together, this one will go there. So we'll have 460x is equal to, if you subtract this one there, this is equal to 3980 minus 300. 460x is equal to 36 80. You divide by both sides by 460. Divide by both sides by 460. So x is going to give us 8. X is value of 8. But we were asked to determine the number of chairs is sold that week. So number of chairs ilikuwa ni x plus 3. So our x is 8 plus 3 and 11. So you would have sold 11 chairs. A translation T maps A -6 onto A prime 3 5. Determine the translation factor. The translation factor, that is from the last topic. Na kuomba uende uangalie kidogo. Translation just is an addition. So let the translation T be xy. So if the translation is P, then xy, we add the object. This is the object and this is the image. Remember the formula that says image is equal to object plus the translation. That is form 2 work. Your image is equal to object plus the translation. Now, in translation xy plus the object -6 2 will give us the image 3 5. So now we can get the x, this one. This one is simply xy is equal to 3 5. Ikuja pande itakuwa minus 6 2. So xy is simply that 3 minus this is going to be 9. This is 3 minus 6. It will be positive 9. 5 minus 2, 3. So my translation T is equal to 9 3. Or you write it in column factor like this, whichever. A point P prime is an image of P under T. Determine the coordinates of P. Formula nimekupea that. In object plus translation, the answer is the image. So now we don't have the object. Let the object be x, y, plus the translation we have gotten 9 3. It will give us the image, which is -4 2. So we want this one. What do we do? So xy, that the image will be -4 2. Ikienda hapa itakuwa 9 3. Subtract. So -4 -9, the answer is -13. 2 minus 3, the answer is -1. So the P is simply -13, -1. 2 marks for free. The cost of 1 liter of a petrol is this. Johnny's vehicle covers 12 kilometers on 1 liter petrol. He uses this on petrol to travel from A to B. Jenny's vehicle consumes these liters of petrol for every 100 kilometers traveled. Calculate the amount of money that Jenny would use to travel from A to B on the same road. So the distance from A to B is actually very easy to get. Kama natumia shilling 100 for 12 kilometers, so we would ask kama alispend 280, use this one so that we can get the distance. We will ask 2805 shillings. Utakuwa umetravel distance kiasi gani? 2805 times 12 divided by 110, na hiyo inatupea distance of 366 kilometers. 306 kilometers. Kwa hivyo the distance from A to B ni 306 kilometers. So let us now look at the liters used. So 12.5 liters anatumia kwa kilometers ngapi? 100 kilometers. Kwa hivyo tunauliza 3 or 6 kilometers alikuwa ametumia how many liters? So it is 3 or 6 times 12.5 you divide by 100 na hiyo itatupea 38.25 liters. So atakuwa ametumia 38.5 liters. Lakini tunajua kwamba 1 liter is equal to 110 shillings. Sawa? So tutauliza 38.25 liters itakuwa how many Kenya shillings? So ni 38.25 times 110 divided by 1 na itatupea Kenya shilling 4207.50 cents. So atatumia Kenya shilling 4207 amalize safari yake. Solve for theta in this one. Sin 2 theta minus 15 is equal cos 3 theta. I want you to know, ujue kwamba sine and cosine, these are called complementary angles. These are complementary. So they add up to 90 degrees. So a sine plus this, ukitaka kujaribu for example, sin 40 plus cos 60. Hizo sine mbili they are complementary. So you need to know that whenever you see a cos and a sine, you add them. So sine 2 theta minus 15 plus cos 3 theta, the answer should be 90. Hiyo ndio nataka ujue. So now, once umeweka 90, you remove the signs, the cosine and the sine. So we will have 2 theta minus 15 plus 3 theta, the answer is 90. So 2 theta plus 3 theta, we have 5 theta minus 15, the answer is 90. So 5 theta is equal 105. Divided by 5, divided by 5. So theta is equal 105 divided by 5, and this one is going to be 21 degrees. So theta is 21 degrees. Line AB, this is a construction. Allow me not to do that because of time. Ali left Mombasa for Nairobi Tuesday. He arrived at Mutito one day after 3 hours, 12 minutes. He stayed in Mutito one day for 36 hours and then left for Nairobi. It took 5 hours, 25 minutes to arrive in Nairobi. Determine the day and the time in hours. In 12 hours system, Ali arrived Nairobi. Kwa hivyo let us total time taken. Total time taken. Alichukua 3 hours 12 minutes, so kuna 3 hours. Nimeacha kwanza minutes plus 36 hours. And then there is 5 hours. So I'm adding now the 12 minutes plus 25 minutes. So we have these minutes. This one is in minutes. So the total here is 47. If you add this one, the total is going to be 37 minutes. 44 hours, 37 minutes. That is the total time it took. Maybe unashangaa nimefuata aje 44. Ni 36 00 plus 3 12 plus 5 25 then plus nimeongeza 3 12 36 5. Kiongeza hiyo yote itakuwa 44 37. So this is hours and this is minutes. So alianza safari yake 8:30 am. So tukiongeza 44 37 tunapata 7 6, we put 0 67, we carry 1 hour. This is 47 hours. So atakuwa amechukua 4707 hours. we want to put this one in 24 clock system, so it is 4707 minus 24. Hiyo inakuwa ni 7031 32. 23 ni saa ngapi? In this is hours, so in 12 clock system hiyo ni saa 5 usiku na dakika 7 PM. Siku hiyo ilikuwa the following day usiku, kwa hivyo ilikuwa Tuesday, so itakuwa Wednesday. The height of a cone is this: a frustum whose volume is 1/8 of the volume of the cone is cut off. Determine the height of the frustum. So let the volume of the small cone be x. So the volume of the frustum equal to 1/8. So volume of the big cone itakuwa ni 1/8 plus x, and that one should give us the total volume, the whole cone. Yes, so x is equal to 1 minus 1/8, and that one is 7/8. So the volume of the big cone is equal to 7/8. The volume of the big cone. So volume scale factor is equal to 7/8, which is the same as 8:7 in ratio form. 8:7 in ratio form. So linear scale factor is equal to the cube root of volume scale factor. So linear scale factor is equal to the cube root of 8/7. The cube root of it will give us the linear scale factor, and this one will be equal to the height, which is 12, that of big over small. We are determining the height of the over x. So this one is going to be 1.046 equal to 12/x. So x is 11.48. So the height of the frustum is equal to 12 minus 11.48, and that one is 0.5224 centimeters. Solve for x here. So andika hii number in the form of 2 to base 2. So we will have 2 raised to power 3 into x plus 1 minus 2 3x minus 1 equal to 120. So now let us simplify this. This simply means 2 raised to power 3x plus 3 minus 2 3x minus 1 is equal to 120. So this simply means 2 raised to power 3x times 2 raised to power 3 minus 2 raised to power 3x minus means division, 2 raised to power 1 equal to 120. So let 2 3x by. So mahali popote kuna 2 raised to power 3x unaweka y. Now we are going to have y times 8 minus y divided by 2 is equal to 120. So 8y minus y over 2 equal to 120. Multiply this one everywhere. We are going to have 16y minus y equal to 120. Hii 2 nimeitoa hapa chini, you multiply times 2 times 2 times 2 inakuwa 16y, y 240. Inakuwa 240. Now we have 16y minus y, the answer is 240. So 15y is equal to 240. So y is equal to 16. Y is equal to 16. But we said that y is equal to 2x, 2 raised to power 3x. So meaning 16 is equal to 2, 3x. But we can write 16 in form of 2 or to base 2. That is 2 raised to power 4 equal to 2, 3x. So the bases are the same, we ignore them. 4 equal to 3x. So the value of x is divided by 3 divided by 3. Therefore, x is equal to 4 over 3, which is the same as 1 over 3. X is 4 over 3, which is the same as 1 over 3. A curve is given by y is that find the gradient function. So the gradient function is dy over dx, yani you differentiate. So if we differentiate this one, itakuwa na hii 3 power itakuja hapa ikuwe 6x, itakuwa 6, 3 times 2 is 6, and then x minus that one itakuwa 2. Sawa? Minus this power ya 3 itarudi huku ikuwe negative 3 times 2 itakuwa negative 6, x raised to power 1, and then minus hii ni power 1 itakuwa 12. So this is the gradient function. Determine the equation of the normal to the curve at a point this, if in the form of this, where m and c are constants. So first, let us get the gradient at x when x is 1. So the gradient is x. This is the gradient function, so we will substitute 1 where we have x. 1 square minus 6, 1 minus 12, and the gradient is negative 12. So if the gradient is negative 12 for the curve, then the gradient of the normal, because they are perpendicular, the gradient of the normal, the gradient of normal will be the reciprocal of this, which is that is 1 over 12 positive, so that when we multiply this and this, the answer is negative 1. We know perpendicular gradient, when you multiply, is negative 1. So now we have the gradient of the normal, and we have the gradient is equal 1 over 12. The point is 1, negative 1, and the general point is xy. So gradient we know is change in y over change in x. So y, that is y minus 1 x. So y minus 1 is going to be positive, we know that. So itakuwa y plus 1 over x minus 1, that is 1 over 12. So this times this, we will have 12y plus 12 equal to this times that, x minus 1. 12y is equal to x minus 1 minus 12. So 12y is equal to x minus 13. Divided by 12, divided by 12, divided by 12. So y is equal to 1 over 12x minus 13 over 12. So this equation is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. This equation is in that form.